who actually saved the Bulgarian Jews? Was it King Boris III? Was it the Bulgarian Orthodox Church and Bishop Stefan and Bishop Kirill? Or was it Dimitar Pashev? The answer is yes, because each of these played their part in this epic rescue. However, most people have never heard the whole story of what happened in Bulgaria during World War II, that resulted in the rescue of almost 50,000 Jews. After 1989, when communism came to an end in Bulgaria, the true history of one of the greatest rescues in the war began to emerge. For almost 50 years, the communists had taken credit for saving the Jews in Bulgaria and hidden the real truth. The Jews of Bulgaria were saved by the well-known and the unknown people and by the Jews themselves. One of the unknowns in this great story had no position or standing in the nation, no power and no influence. She was not a politician, never met with the king or sat with the Bulgarian church bishops. Her name was Lilianna Panitza, a young girl in her late 20s from Varna on the Bulgarian Black Sea coast. She had no university degree or higher education. Her father studied at the Roberts University in Istanbul, Turkey. This was the first Christian school of its kind in the world, and he instilled in his daughter a love for honor and decency. The only thing Lilianna could do was speak fluent German and type. Because of this, she was selected in a typing contest in Sofia in 1942 to become the secretary of Alexander Belov, the commissioner for the Jewish question. Belov was a Bulgarian with a rabid hatred for the Jews. In February 1943, he and SS Captain Theodor Daniker decided to put in motion their plan to deport the Jews to the death camps. Lilianna knew about all the secret reports, plans and decisions because she typed the orders and deportation lists. No one else knew about this but Belov, Daniker, and King Boris. This was all to be done in secrecy and completed before anyone knew about it. What Belov and Daniker didn't plan on was Lilianna going to Nissim Levy, who was the chairman of the assembly that governed the Jewish congregation in Sofia. She gave him a copy of the deportation order and told him, "Your name is on the list. Don't go home tonight, they are coming for you. You and many others are going to be deported to the death camps." Levy and the other Jewish leaders immediately began to take action to save themselves. Lilianna Panitza was the first to sound the alarm in Bulgaria. She risked her own life and career to tell the Jews, before anyone else did, that the Jew haters were coming for them and that no one would be spared. Terror and fear spread throughout the Jewish community like a wildfire. They knew that if they were put on the trains, they were doomed. Lilianna's early warning gave the Jews a chance to save themselves because she gave them top-secret documents and plans about the deportations. The Jews quickly organized, wrote letters and met with people who could help prevent their deportation. Had this happened in other countries in Europe, the outcome for the deportation of the Jews to the death camps would have been completely different. The Bulgarian Jews took the battle to save their own lives to the cities, towns and villages across the nation. Ordinary people wrote thousands of letters and sent telegrams flooding the king's palace and the Bulgarian government with their anger and protest. The doctors, writers, and lawyers' union and countless individuals and church leaders exploded with indignation and protest. All of this because one single person did the right thing. She refused to say "it's not my problem" and walk away from it. Her name and what she did is unknown to most of the world even to this day. Yad Vashem, the organization in Israel that decides who receives the Righteous of the Nations award, has refused to give this to Lilianna Panitza. This is the award given to Gentiles who risked their lives to save the Jewish people in World War II. 20 Bulgarians have received this award but not Lilianna Panitza. Regrettably, the matter is closed and will not be reopened. Following the communist takeover in Bulgaria, at the end of World War II, Lilianna Panitza, who was said to have been the lover of Alexander Belov, the commissioner of the Jewish question, was arrested and charged with anti-Semitism. She was found innocent of the charge in April 1945, but was kept in prison until August. There she was brutally beaten, raped and tortured by the communists. They believed she knew where large sums of money were hidden in Bulgaria by the Nazis during the war. A few days after she was released from prison in September 1945, at the age of 31, she died of peritonitis, an inflammation of the thin layer of tissue covering the heart and most other bodily organs. According to the testimony of others in prison with her, she was often abused terribly by her captors but never lost her spirit or interest in the well-being of others. Her only reward is the enduring example that she left. Her story is simply that of how one person chose not to follow orders, and did all she could to save the Jews. History will forever remember her as the first person in Bulgaria to sound the alarm. At great risk to her own life, she was the first to tell the Jews, "The Nazis are coming for you." Tens of thousands of Jews were never sent to their death because of this warning from Lilianna Panitza. She is unknown to most of the world, but forever known to God, who promised the Jewish people, "I will bless those that bless you, and curse those that curse you,